People said if you met her eyes, your luck would run away. They said if you heard her song at midnight, your dreams would turn upside down. They said if she danced past your house, chai, better lock your door and hide your children. But what if everything the village believed was wrong? What if the woman they called mad, the woman they called witch, was the only one who truly understood what it meant to love? This is the story of Mama Nkiru, the woman who sang to the wind, danced with dust, and changed an entire village without ever raising her voice. The village of Umoja was small, dusty, and full of gossip. Every footstep echoed on red earth. Every whisper traveled faster than the Hamatan wind. And in that village lived the woman no one wanted to see, Mama Nkiru. She was old, so old that nobody remembered when she had arrived. Her hair was white like dry cotton. Her clothes were always mismatched, one sleeve long, the other short, one slipper, one barefoot. Her back bent forward like a tired question mark. And her eyes were deep, shining like someone who had seen too much of the world. But what truly made people afraid was what she did. She sang, she danced, she did it alone. Early in the morning, when roosters were still arguing with the sun, Mama Nkiru would walk slowly through the village paths, humming to herself. "Ehe, wind my brother, carry my sorrow away. Ehe." She swayed her body from side to side, stepping into puddles, twirling suddenly as if music only she could hear was playing in the air. Children screamed, women grabbed their wrappers, men shook their heads and spat on the ground. Ha, that mad woman again. Which, someone else would add. Better hide before she uses your shadow for juju, another would whisper. And so, whenever Mama Nkiru appeared, doors slammed, windows closed, people disappeared like cockroaches when light enters a dark kitchen. Only dust followed her. Nobody really knew Mama Nkiru. They only knew the stories. Some said she had once been a beautiful woman who broke the heart of a powerful spirit. Others said she had buried her husband with her own hands and drank rainwater from his grave. One old man even claimed that long ago, a goat followed her and never came back. And goats don't just disappear like that, my brother. But the story that frightened everyone the most was this. They said that years ago, a young woman laughed at Mama Nkiru while she was dancing. That same night, the girl slipped in her kitchen, broke her leg, and spent 3 months crawling like a lizard. Coincidence? The villagers asked. They answered themselves. That woman is not normal. So, fear grew. And fear, when fed every day, becomes truth in the minds of people. But inside Mama Nkiru's small mud house at the edge of the village, the truth was very different. Her house was empty. No husband, no children, no visitors. Only an old wooden stool, a mat with holes, and a small cracked mirror hanging from the wall. Every evening, Mama Nkiru would sit on the mat, touch the mirror gently, and smile as if someone were smiling back at her. "Today they ran again," she would say softly. She would laugh, a dry but warm laugh. "Hey, people are funny, very funny people." Then she would hum. Singing was not madness to her. It was memory. Dancing was not foolishness. It was survival. Long ago, when her life was full, when her heart was not broken into tiny invisible pieces, Mama Nkiru was known for one thing: her voice. She used to sing at weddings, at harvest festivals, at naming ceremonies. Her songs made people cry, laugh, hug strangers. She was once loved. But life had other plans. One hot afternoon when the sun was beating the earth like an angry drum, Mama Nkiru was dancing near the well. She lifted her arms, turned slowly and sang. Ehe, water my sister, wash away my pain. Women fetching water froze. One by one they grabbed their buckets and ran. Leave it, don't look at her. God forbid bad thing. Soon the area was empty, except for one person. A small girl of about 10 years old stood behind a mango tree watching. Her name was Zara. Zara was different from the other children. Where others saw danger, she saw curiosity. Where others ran, she paused. She stepped out slowly. Mama Nkiru stopped dancing. Their eyes met. For a moment, the whole village seemed to hold its breath. "Aren't you afraid?" Mama Nkiru asked, her voice cracked but gentle. Zara shook her head. "My mama says you are mad," Zara said honestly. "But mad people bite and shout. You only sing." Mama Nkiru blinked. Then she laughed. "Hey, so now even small children are my judges." Zara giggled. "You sing funny, like the wind swallowed a drum." Mama Nkiru laughed harder, slapping her knee. "Ha! Wind swallowing a drum, child. Child, you will kill me with laughter." For the first time in many years, someone had not run from her. From that day, Zara began to visit Mama Nkiru in secret. After school, instead of going straight home, she would pass through the bushes and knock lightly on the mud wall. "Mama Nkiru." "Come in, my little stubborn goat," the old woman would reply. Inside, Mama Nkiru taught Zara her songs. Some were slow and sad. Some were fast and playful. Some made no sense at all. "Why do you dance alone?" Zara asked one evening. Mama Nkiru looked at the cracked mirror. "Because when I dance, I remember who I was before the world broke my heart. And when I sing, I feel like I am not alone, even when I am." Zara did not fully understand, but she felt something warm in her chest. "You are not scary," Mama Nkiru said. "You are not blind." But secrets in Umoja never lasted. One day, Zara's mother followed her. She saw her daughter enter Mama Nkiru's house. Her heart jumped into her throat. "Blood of Jesus!" she shouted, bursting inside. "Zara, have you gone mad? This is the witch!" Zara ran to her mother. "She is not a witch, she just sings," Zara cried. But Zara's mother dragged her out. That evening, the whole village gathered. "Your child is visiting that woman. Soon she will start dancing like her. What if the witch has marked her?" Voices rose. Fear turned to anger. The village head, Chief Okori, shook his staff. "This has gone too far. That woman is disturbing our peace. Tomorrow, we will drive her away." Mama Nkiru, standing at the edge of the crowd, heard every word. She did not cry. She did not argue. She only whispered, "So this is how it ends." That night, Mama Nkiru sat alone in her house. She packed nothing. What did she have to pack? Dust, silence, memories? She sang softly. "Ehe, road my brother, where will you carry me?" Tears rolled down her cheeks, dripping on the mat. Outside, the wind howled. Inside, a heart prepared to be broken again. At dawn, the villagers gathered with sticks and angry faces. "Come out! Mad woman! Go and take your witchcraft far from here!" Mama Nkiru stepped out slowly. Her clothes fluttered in the breeze. Her eyes were calm. Zara ran forward. "Please," she cried, "don't send her away. She is good." Her mother held her back. "Enough of this nonsense." Mama Nkiru looked at Zara. "Little goat," she said gently. "Some people are afraid of what they do not understand. Do not let their fear enter your heart. She turned to leave, but just as she took her first step, a loud cry came from the crowd. "My child!" A woman pushed forward carrying a small boy who was shaking violently, his body burning with fever. "No medicine is working. He will die," she sobbed. The villagers froze. Mama Nkiru slowly turned back. She looked at the child, and for the first time, something changed in her eyes. Not madness, not sorrow, but fire. The village square fell into a strange silence. The woman holding the child collapsed to her knees. "Please," she cried, "anybody, help my son. His body is hot like firewood in a burning kitchen." The boy's eyes were half closed, his lips were dry, his breathing was weak, like a candle almost finished. People stepped back. "Don't touch him," someone whispered. "What if it is contagious?" another said. Today is not my portion." But Mama Nkiru moved forward. The villagers gasped. "Stop her! She will use him for juju." "Chief, don't allow it." But Chief Okori hesitated. Fear was in his eyes, but also desperation. "No one else has helped," he said quietly. "Let her try." Mama Nkiru knelt in front of the child. She placed one wrinkled hand on the boy's forehead. So hot. She closed her eyes, and then she sang. Not loudly, not wildly, but softly, like a mother singing to a baby at night. Life, my sister, do not leave this child today. The wind seemed to slow. People held their breath. Mama Nkiru rocked the child gently, humming, swaying slightly, like a leaf floating on water. Then she began to dance, slow steps, careful movements, her feet drawing invisible patterns in the dust. Some villagers whispered prayers, some muttered insults under their breath, some watched with fear. Minutes passed. Then, suddenly, the boy coughed, once, twice. His chest rose deeper. His eyes opened. "Ma, ma," he whispered. The woman screamed. "He spoke! My child spoke!" Mama Nkiru removed her hand. The boy's skin was no longer burning. His breathing was steady. The crowd erupted. "Ha! Is this real? Chai, what is happening here?" Mama Nkiru stood slowly. Her knees trembled, but her face was calm. "I did nothing," she said. "I only reminded his body how to fight." The boy's mother grabbed her feet. Thank you, you have saved my son." The villagers stared at Mama Nkiru like they were seeing her for the first time. Chief Okori cleared his throat. "Mama Nkiru," he said carefully, "tell us, who are you really?" Mama Nkiru looked at the dusty ground. For a long moment, she said nothing. Then she spoke. "I was once called Nkiru the healer. Mama's spread." She continued, "When I was young, I studied herbs with my grandmother. I learned which leaves cool fever, which roots stop pain, which bark wakes a dying body. But more than that, I learned that the body listens to sound, to rhythm, to peace." She looked up. "So I sang, I danced, not for madness, but for healing." Silence. People came from far villages. I helped many. But when my husband died and my only child followed him into the grave, I broke. I began to wonder. I sang to survive my pain. People no longer saw a healer, only a lonely old woman who dances with dust. Her voice cracked, and fear is easier than understanding. Zara ran to her and hugged her tightly. "You are not a witch, you are just hurt." Mama Nkiru closed her eyes, tears sliding down. One by one, the villagers lowered their heads. The same people who had chased her with sticks now avoided her eyes. Zara's mother stepped forward. Her voice trembled. "Forgive us," she said. "We judged you without knowing you." Another man spoke. "We taught our children to fear you when we should have taught them to know you." Mama Nkiru wiped her face. "You were afraid," she said. "Fear makes people do foolish things, even good people." Chief Okori bowed slightly. "Please," he said, "do not leave this village. We need you." Mama Nkiru looked around at the dusty paths, the mud houses, the people who once hid from her. And for the first time in many years, she felt seen. From that day, everything changed. When Mama Nkiru walked through the village, people no longer ran. Children followed her, copying her dance steps. Women greeted her. "Good morning, Mama Nkiru. Your singing cured my headache yesterday, oh. Abeg, dance small for my husband. He has been grumpy since morning." She laughed. "Hey, so now my madness has become medicine." People came to her with sickness, sadness, worry. She treated them with herbs and with songs. Sometimes she would dance while pounding leaves. "Hey, hey, pain, go away before I slap you with happiness." Villagers would laugh. Even the men who once mocked her now said, "Ah, Mama Nkiru, if you dance for me today, maybe my farm will grow faster." She would shake her head. "You people, nonsense in human form." Zara became her shadow. She learnt the songs, the herbs, the dances. One evening, Zara said, "Grandma, I want to be like you when I grow up." Mama Nkiru smiled. "No," she said gently, "be better than me. Be brave enough to love people even when they misunderstand you." Zara nodded. "I will never fear what I do not understand." Mama Nkiru hugged her. Months later, Umoja held a festival. For the first time in years, music filled the village. Chief Okori stood before the crowd. "Today," he said, "we celebrate the woman we once chased away, the woman who healed our child, the woman who taught us that fear is not wisdom." The villagers clapped. Mama Nkiru stepped into the center. She was dressed in clean cloth, her hair was neatly tied. She began to sing. But this time, she was not alone. Children danced with her, women sang with her, men clapped to the rhythm. Her voice rose into the evening sky. "Eh, people, my people, do not judge by the eyes. Eh." Tears filled her eyes. For the first time in decades, she was home. Years passed. Mama Nkiru grew weaker, but her spirit never faded. One morning, Zara found her sitting on her mat, smiling at the cracked mirror. "Grandma," she called. Mama Nkiru looked at her. "My little goat," she whispered, "today the wind is calling me." Zara's eyes filled with tears. "No, don't go." Mama Nkiru held her hand. "Do not cry. Sing for me." Zara began to sing one of their songs. Mama Nkiru closed her eyes, a soft smile on her lips, and just like that, she was gone. The whole village mourned. They buried Mama Nkiru under the big mango tree where she once danced. And every year, on the day of her passing, Umoja holds the Festival of Song. Children dance, women sing, men clap, and Zara, who now grown, leads them. Before every festival, she tells the story. This village once feared a woman because she was different. We called her mad. We called her a witch. But she was only broken and still full of love. She looks at the crowd. So remember this. Never judge a person by rumors, appearance, or fear. Sometimes the one the world calls mad is the one with the biggest heart. Kindness misunderstood can look like madness. But love, when finally seen, can change an entire village. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs to hear this message. Until next time, stay kind, stay blessed, and keep believing in the power of love.